ready.
Welcome back to the world of Formula One. Let's review what happened this weekend. Yes, Lawrence Stroll crashed twice before the race even starts, and Lewis had 2 spins with no ramifications. What is it they say about things coming in threes?
I don't know, but what's one thing you don't want to hear after giving Willie Nelson a blowjob?
I'm going to stop you there. Lando Norris adds another practice cup to his resume, but when qualifying rolls around, the boys separate from the men as Oscar takes pole over Lando.
Normally when Lando takes the pole, he's collecting dollar bills at the same time.
As the Grand Prix starts, rain is threatening to alter the race, because if McLaren or the FIA can't force a result, Mother Nature will give it a crack.
This season, Oscar had slim shady levels of mother issues.
Max jumps the tortoise in car 4 off the line once again and applies lessons from Joss about dirt driving as he slides into turn 3 offline, narrowly staying on the track. Quickly, Oscar stomps to a 4-second lead as Norris passes Max around the outside at turn 1.
I guess there's only one trailer park girl in this rendition.
A 3-week break did little to stop Kimi's form slump as he picks up 2 penalties and ensures he finishes out of the points again, while the FIA assigned blame to Sainz for Liam's transgressions.
So the FIA don't like Aussies or Spaniards?
Sir Lewis Hamilton finds that the third time's a charm as another mistake pitches him into the fence and out of the race. His confidence takes a bigger hit before Ferrari's biggest race.
The Tifosi are about to revoke Hamilton's lifetime supply of pizza and spaghetti.
Just as this entertaining race couldn't get any better, Lando Norris comes on the radio saying his car is smoking and it smells funny.
Yeah, Lando. It's called a hot box. Chump.
His McLaren quickly coming to a halt on the side of the road, retiring from the race. Oscar went on to claim his first Grand Slam and extends his championship lead to a gut-punching 34 points. We again near the now world-famous Advance Australia Fair.
By the way, I'm not Willie Nelson.
Thank you. The F1 gods are real. Thank you. What?
Yeah.
Why don't you get down on here and pray with me?
I don't get on my knees for nothing.
You're a liar.
I don't get
Yeah,
on
you
my
do.
pay. I don't get, not for pay rises, not for nothing.
So, before we start,
Uh-huh.
mustache check.
It's all right.
It's all good.
Good as
Yep.
usual. Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, I clipped it while I was praying
it?
to the F1 gods.
Flipped
You
it
know,
on
and I
what?
don't want to. I can't be out here looking silly.
No,
Can't be out here looking like an idiot.
no, that's right.
That's what I have you for.
Yeah. I mean, you would have seen me on my knees,
Do you really want me to answer that?
but I respect.
I might shock you.
I respect your commitment.
If you were a true fan, you would have been down there giving blessings.
Pray. Well, it's payback. It's paying us one back.
So, welcome to the Box Banter podcast.
Once again, thank you for having me.
Thanks for making the trip out.
Yep.
You know, I know it's
I forever enjoy the invite.
I know it's a tough day for you after staying up until 2 a.m. watching the Formula One and then having to go to work.
Yeah, and I had to watch a lot of the post stuff. You know.
But you know, we do
For
it
a change.
we do it for the fans.
Yeah.
We do it.
All the fans,
We're happy to. You know,
absolutely.
So-
Stoked to do it
where do you want to start?
from the start, from the beginning.
We'll go far away.
You want me to kick off?
I mean,
Well,
I need to catch my breath after all that praying. That's it's been many
you were
years.
down there
since I
for a
prayed,
while.
so-
I mean, I had to set everything up. I was
Yeah.
wondering what you're doing down there on your knees. And there's no one around you. So I'm used to seeing someone in front of you when you're down on your knees.
Yeah, so am I. So, Lando's luck. It's
Yeah.
finally ran out.
Yep. It's awesome, isn't it? I mean, we spoke throughout those 3 weeks about, like, I was definitely nervous about how things were going to kick off in the second half. And even this race, you know, I could help but speculate what could possibly go wrong for Oscar.
Well, we said it a couple of weeks ago. All it takes is one DNF, one engine malfunction, and it just turns the whole season.
Blow it wide open.
Yeah, it turns the whole season on its head.
Hmm.
And thankfully, it didn't happen to Oscar. It happened to Lando.
Very thankful. Very thankful. Yes.
But I mean, even that aside, like Oscar still raced a perfect race.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, he was not going to lose the lead.
no. I mean, unlucky for Lando, for sure. Bad luck. all the Mercedes engines have been blowing up at one point or another. So
Yeah.
we were questioning, like, when is this going to strike McLaren?
Yep.
And it does make you wonder, like, what caused it?
I was hoping there was going to be some info that come out before we
I
hit the
haven't seen
record button.
anything yet. Yeah.
Because
So we still don't know if it's from McLaren side or from Mercedes side, like what it was.
It was a bit weird. I mean, he could smell it. He said he could smell it before he really noticed any kind of, power loss or anything like that, which is a bit odd.
So do you think that this is like... Do you think this is a turning point in the championship? Or do you think that it's going to be...
It's hard to say it's not, right? I mean, this is the biggest gap that has been. Previously, Lando held a 22-point lead over Oscar after Australia, with a lot of drivers in between them, obviously. But between those two, this is the biggest. Like, Oscar's turned it around 60 points from the very start of the year.
Yeah.
This is the biggest points lead. This is absolutely a turning point, but he still needs to press on. I mean, I did a little bit of maths, and that's my strong suit.
Great.
Yeah,
because that's always good listening.
He can't finish second every race.
No,
he doesn't have that kind of a lead.
3 or 4 races.
So he's only got it was like he's got 4 points to spare per Grand Prix, which is not enough. You need
to get to the end. Yeah,
you need 7 to finish second. So he's still got some work to do.
They're clearly going to be the cars finishing 1 and 2. Except for maybe a track like Monza where it's all straights. So a car that is running like no downforce, like Max, probably will win. But other than that, any other track, they're going to be 1 and 2.
Yeah. So that's absolutely a turning point. Like, just the biggest lead Oscar's enjoyed. When we spoke before the preseason break, he had a chance to extend it to over a race win, and then a couple of races went the wrong way, and it didn't happen. But like 34 points, that's neat.
Look, it feels good. Definitely, like today, I was thinking about it, and I was like, it's starting to feel real. Like, I mean, Oscar Piastri could be the next world champion.
If they come 1-2 in Monza and Oscar's first, that 34 is 43.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Like, that's
and that's all it comes down to, right?
Yeah.
He's still got to just stay consistent, stay perfect, like he has been. But yeah, it's definitely got me getting a little bit excited. Like, holy shit, this might actually happen.
It really is.
Whereas a couple of weeks ago, it was more feeling like, these sons of bitches are going to snatch it away from him.
I knew something had to change at some point. Like, Oscar's been near perfect, and he's just had it go away from him for reasons we've discussed in the past. No fault of his own. There was just no way they could allow that to continue. That's just not going to happen. Stop looking at my notes.
I can't even read.
Stop looking at my notes.
Well, see, like, I don't want to get too overly excited yet. Like, I am excited. I can't help but be excited.
To go,
There's 9 races, and I remember how we sort of felt after Lando, gave it up to Oscar in the back of the arse in Canada.
Yeah.
And he lost.
I didn't know if you'd seen some content I wasn't aware of.
So I'll send you the link later.
Yeah.
So he, lost a bag of points, and whilst that was much earlier in the season, there was the thing of like, oh, like that could be a costly mistake right there. Like,
but even still, it wasn't a full brunt force hit like this because Oscar is only 4.
Yeah, but
it's only picked up 12 points. So, like, again, it wasn't a. This is a dead blow.
It wasn't, but it only took a couple of races for him to reel that back in.
Exactly right.
You know, so we can see with 9 races still on the board, if Oscar, I don't see Oscar being the type of person who starts to slack off.
No.
But if he was to, suffer an engine failure, and Lando manages to get a win somewhere, if that does occur, like right there, it just brings it right back.
Exactly. What gives me confidence is, like, don't get me wrong, it does suck for for Lando and all of his fans. I'm sure, whatever, like his mum and like whatever,
and all of Britain.
Yeah, they're gutted for him.
Yeah,
and it would suck honestly if it happened to Oscar. It'd just be like,
it'd be gut wrenching.
It'd be devastating, right? So I feel for the guy, but it did happen to Lando, and I just can't help but feel McLaren will learn something from this. So although Oscar's dodged this bullet, well,
it's like this is
like you said, we don't know what has happened. Is it overuse? Are they trying to avoid the penalty? Yeah. Like, now do they go, okay, that blew up because we just stretched it that one race too far?
Whoa!
Take the penalty now. Oscar's got a comfortable lead. Give him the penalty. In their mind, Oscar starts 11th in the next race, 12th. See, Lando starts first.
Even that, I don't feel comfortable about that, because
it makes me feel, if they were to say, then they probably won't release any details. But if they come out and say, yeah, that engine was fatigued as a motherfucker, we've given Oscar, both drivers can now have a fresh engine, and they'll both take the penalty. Well, they won't because Lando's engine potentially expired at the end of its life. It was going to be swapped anyway.
Yeah,
I would feel better about that, knowing okay, they're not going to push Oscar's limits because it would. I'd rather see him come second after starting 11th.
They'll know if the engine was at that point where they're like, you're risking a big.
They all at that point.
They'll do that, but part of me, it's all speculation, but I can't help but think Lando was desperate to try and get the win. Like, all weekend, the McLarens were just fast, right? They were fast, and he was like, sort of had Oscar's ticket the whole time. Come the race,
before it mattered.
Yeah, before it mattered, Oscar get the pole, and we're talking 100th of a second. Oscar snatches the pole, and that was the difference between a win and a loss ultimately.
Yeah. You know that, by the way.
Yeah.
It was 100th.
It was 100th. Yeah.
Not 1 millisecond, like Crofty kept spitting out like he's a fifth grader.
Yeah. So 100th is the difference between a win and a second place. Unfortunately, he didn't even place. But what I'm getting at is, how high were they running the cars? Were they running them full beans? Like, was he pushing the car to absolute limits, pressuring Piastri to hope he makes a mistake?
But they probably both were and have been all year.
Yeah, but like, we're at the pointy end now. Yeah. Every point matters. He was still behind Piastri, right? You can sort of feel like by him always just kind of being right there or thereabouts in that DRS window, you're forcing Piastri to pay attention, to stay focused for 72 laps and hoping that he makes a mistake. Because one mistake, he passes on through, he's got the lead. That's all you could really hope for, right?
Yeah.
So how much of the car wore down from him just pushing that thing like a motherfucker, trying to force Piastri into a mistake or get a move somewhere and it not come, and then the car just...
I can't imagine... I think they're well beyond the days of having to look after the car. I think the car looks after them more than anything.
100%. I think we're in an era. When's the last time a car blew up, especially a McLaren? Well, 3 years ago.
Sure, you can drive the car a certain way to damage it. You can exceed the rev range. It's probably the biggest thing, or downshifting too early and buzzing the engine, the gearbox. Those things can happen, but I don't think McLaren would have let it happen. As soon as it's one over rev on the up or down shift, they'd be telling him, whoa, no, keep that in line. That's the only thing I can imagine. And if McLaren if he was overdriving to that point, downshifting too early, buzzing the gearbox, it's McLaren's fault then for not being you need to ease up.
Well, the other element of it is being sitting in the dirty air for the whole race. Yeah, hot dirty air.
Yeah, I mean, potentially that might have put extra temperature and fatigue into the.
So again, all this is really just to say that, that 100th of a second allowed Piastri to be in the clean, fresh air. And we know that this is the modern Formula 1 game now. It is often won in qualifying.
Yeah.
But out of desperation, he has to do something, right? So why not drive the beans off the car and try and force Piastri into a mistake?
Yeah.
He never, the only time he really dropped back was when he got stuck behind Verstappen. Once he cleared him, a little bit of fresh air, but, Piastri was just managing that gap until the safety car. So he was basically stuck right in that hot, dirty McLaren air the whole time.
But again, it's the same as Canada. Lando was good through practice. As soon as it mattered, couldn't get the job done in qualifying. Budapest, same thing happened.
Yeah.
The team strategized him into a better position. But constantly, it's a qualifying championship this year. And constantly, once it's time to get to business, Oscar's doing the job.
Yeah, and you sort of get the feeling that McLaren have recognized that, where they're saying, okay, this kid's still young and he's still new, but he's basically tidied up all his weaknesses, especially with tire management.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
That was his big thing. And now, we started off the season with Zach Brown being very vocal that this year Lando's going to win the championship. Didn't say boo about Piastri.
Yeah, not a learning year.
Yeah. So somewhere there, the narrative has to switch to going, hang on, this is actually our world champion. I'm sure it won't come until it actually happens. A lot can change in 9 races, but there does seem to be a recognition now of this guy's actually the real deal.
Well,
and we got to protect him.
Yeah, you just got to. It'd be interesting if Max was closer in the championship, if he was still a threat.
Yeah.
At what point, you've been saying all season, are they going to choose a horse? And I've said no, because they're too they're too clear.
Well,
Like,
they've
this
never
just
had
doesn't
to.
make sense.
They really they haven't
Yeah.
had to.
But now that it's like, you've got a driver who's clearly way ahead now. Like, 2 fingers on the trophy, right? Out of 10.
Whoa, you're going that far, are you?
2 fingers on the trophy.
Jeez.
He's got a... We know he's at the pace to win. He could win 9 races to go. He could win 4 of them easily. Like, just under half if he wants to be a little bit cautious. He could win 4 of them, and that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, what we know he loves Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
So, he'd be probably keen to get another positive result there.
Yeah. I mean, we did speak about last year. He struggled in America. And
Struggled in
we
America.
said we wanted to have a buffer going into the tracks, and he's unlocked that. So if he was to just...
Look, it's not a great
coast-
buffer, but it is a buffer.
It's a buffer.
Considering how tight it is.
I would consider it a pretty great buffer. Considering you're expecting them to come first and second from here on out. And again, he can't just come second every time. But we've seen... I mean, what's Piastri on? 32 straight point finishes. Twice this year, Lando was DNF. Sure, this one wasn't his fault. The other one sure as shit was.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen Lando make some mistakes. Oscar has been...
He's definitely making more
Besides
mistakes than
Australia,
Oscar.
and they both made a mistake in Australia, besides Australia, I can't think of another mistake he's made.
Oscar? Yeah, I know. He's pretty perfect.
Feel free,
Oscar
feel free not
Piastri.
to figure it out.
Yeah, there's too many races to
But
go
I
back and
just-
think about.
I'm
all
not
of them.
asking you to do that. Absolutely not. I'm just spitballing here. He's perfect. He's not made a single fucking mistake since Australia, right?
Yeah.
Get it around your head.
Okay. All right. Jeez. Just calm down. Calm down, Big Phil. How stoked were you to see McLaren abide to your so vocal papaya rules with pit stops?
Oh,
They easily could have split them at any one of those pit stops, but they pulled them both in at the same time and
did.
changed out the tires.
I mean, like, even at the end, straight away, I'm going to do whatever Oscar doesn't do. So they still had the opportunity arose. They were still absolutely going to go for an alternate strategy. And at that point, sure, your luck is your luck. But
both times they brought him in. So, was there a conversation? Was there a conversation from Oscar's side of the garage going, why are you out strategizing me from wins?
yeah.
Please explain.
Well, like I said, I think for the last one, like, we watched the race together and we were chit-chatting about it. For the last... Well, not the last safety car, because Lando caused that shit. The one before, there was 20 laps to go. Like, if Lando did the opposite and didn't pit, he'd just be a sitting duck anyway. Like, they kind of... 20 laps to go was a good time for that safety car. They both had to pit. Like, it would be dumb to not. You know?
Yeah.
What it's interesting is that 5 laps to go, whoa, what do you do? Like, if it wasn't Lando who caused that, if it was some other car who caused that last safety car,
That's a bit
that
more
was
of a
6
headache.
laps to go.
Yeah.
That's where it's like, I would have been angry. Like that. I would have gone, are you kidding? Because you just know which way does it go, you know? And Oscar, again, would have to make the right choice. You have to do the Hamilton and Abu Dhabi. You have to stay out and just in case we don't go green.
Keep track
just to keep
position.
track position. You got 1 lap to go. Like, it's tough old slog. So I wouldn't say they definitely did follow papaya rules, but they also offered up the chance to not.
I just know how much you love that.
Well, if you're going to preach it, like, do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Lando's engineer, did at one point say, hey, we don't have a safety car, we don't have a pit stop gap. So this is the straight. You have to go and get him.
Yeah. You do it on track, pretty much. Yeah. So, I guess that wraps that up. F1 gods finally get even.
Yeah.
And we thank them.
Yeah, absolutely, every day. But until next week, when they do something silly.
Whoa, just why would you even put that out there?
Well, we saw what happened last year in Monza.
Don't even know. See, that I think will still be in his mind in the
it
sense
was a
of like
McLaren
he'll
pit
want to
stop
get revenge.
conundrum.
So
Yeah.
okay.
I just wanted to
Ferrari's.
say one more. Oh, so are we still on the? Okay, I thought
We
you were
are.
moving on.
Yeah.
Continue. I'll quickly say my
Are you
thing
sure?
at
Is
the end.
that okay with you?
I thought you were moving on.
Ferrari's woes continue.
Shocker.
Is that what you're
Shocking.
going to say?
No, that's up to us.
So you called it pre-race. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah, no,
you
yeah.
literally said your words were something like, "We're overdue for a Hamilton DNF. He's due for a big crash."
Well, it was more about he got away with 2 spins in the race.
Yep.
You don't do that a third time. As
Yeah,
long as
in the race or over the
sorry,
weekend?
2 spins over the weekend.
Yeah.
He was due to not get away with the mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
it's
didn't remember that I
true.
called it out until when we were watching it, and you were like, "You called it." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take ownership
Did
of
I?
it, but I don't
Okay.
remember what." Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So bravo to you. This is why you're an expert on the box banner.
We need to be
panel.
just recording ourselves at all times so we can get our takes out before.
People want more of us. I feel.
I'd love it.
They definitely want more of me. I keep getting emails saying, "Cut that Tim guy out." Like, what are you doing? Just run the shit.
Just
solid.
cut the
Can't you
green
find
screen
someone
up.
better?
That's right. I'll dub. Someone can sit here, like Justin Timberlake can sit here and I'll dub.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, to get the best of both worlds.
I'd like to look at Justin Timberlake than you. Over you. Yeah.
That's fine. You know, we've all got our man crushes.
Now I'm thinking about men.
Well, this is all men. This is everything about this is men.
Charles Leclerc.
Except for Ocon's engineering.
Well, where I was going next is like Hamilton is just doing Hamilton things at the moment. He's looking he's looking a little bit washed. You know, it's funny because I was going to say like wherever Charles is in terms of like qualifying, Hamilton's right there behind him. So like pace wise
behind him.
Yeah, always behind him. But he's like they're at the same sort of level. They're not like other teams where it's like Red Bull. You got Max who's second and Yuki who fucking knows where. Yeah. So, you know, he clearly can still drive, but then he's just...
It just makes you wonder if the car was decent this year, like they would have had a real shot.
Yeah, I mean, the drop-off from last year is really surprising, but then, you know, like, you can't blame Charles at all. Like, he was just taken out by Kimi, who was understeering through turn 3. But there is a thing of, like, what are you doing there? Like, I mean, like, you know, if you qualified second or third, you're not down for the rookies.
You say that he was 5th.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Well, like, look at where all these rookies are now. Like, you've got Albon who finished 5th. You have Bamman who finished 6th. Yeah, but he's in a shit team.
You love that thread.
What thread?
That Albon doesn't deserve to be up there, even though he's constantly up in the top 8.
It's new this year, and I'm excited for him. I like bringing it up.
We're new this year, and you're still treating it like it's not the norm.
Antonelli, you know, he's kind of in that 5th, 6th, 7th spot. So, you know, it's just that same thing. You need to qualify well. That's going to give you a better chance in the race. But takes your risk element out. I mean,
they just shouldn't have pitted him. Like, I disagree with Charles 100%. They shouldn't have pitted him. Why are you covering off an undercut when you didn't really need to pit at all? No one said you had to pit.
Yeah,
I get covering undercuts
Ferrari.
when you have to stop.
It's a Ferrari clown show.
It's like my tires were right. We had 20 laps to go.
They don't listen to him, mate.
Tires
are good. Box.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
2 or 3 cars between them. Like, who would have been safe as houses? It would have finished 4th, 5th, got the points.
What I was going to say though is like, I can't imagine what it would be to be a driver on the grid, knowing that, you know, Lance Stroll is at the very back, going into, you know, turn 1. Like, I'd just be holding my breath every goddamn time. Yeah. So anyway, my point saying is they've always, like, Lewis has had problems qualifying all season.
Yeah.
Charles has been pretty good, but the car just hasn't been there. And then they just find themselves in these like situations. Like, literally, Leclerc has no luck.
No, pretty bad.
He's just, anytime he does something brilliant, like the move on George, great move of the race probably. DNFs taken out by Antonelli.
Well, FIA were heavily considering, I don't know, was there a result to that investigation, but they were looking at taking it off him.
Not that I've seen.
And that irks me because...
no, I'll save it for later. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, like, those are the moves we as a fans get excited by. That was great watching that live, watching the replay. Every aspect of it was fantastic. You know what? The FIA should be like, we got moves we got to investigate, and we got big baller moves. We leave them. He put 2 in the dirt to get that shit done.
Does this categorize as a big balls move?
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
But F1 has conditioned us to look at that and go, oh, that's wrong.
Yeah,
Because that's how I felt the whole time. I'm like, you can't do that. But then when you watch it back, you're like, damn, that is sick.
He still
that is
sent that shit around the outside, 2 in the dirt, kept control of the car.
And like minimal damage. I know his side pod was a bit clanged up, but
he still finished 4th.
They both had their wangs.
Yep. And
they both had their tyres.
That's all that matters, wangs and tyres.
They can still drive. And Russell still got 4th. So what's he whinging about? You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Third point I have, we have to mention it. Hadjar on the podium.
It would have come up at some point. I'm confident.
Well, he would have, but I think that's a major talking point. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I'm
surprised he didn't cry. He loves doing it. So he didn't cry for the clickbait.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for the dude. Like legitimately, I think the only people that were faster than him were the McLarens and a Max Verstappen. Like that is bravo.
And he was there.
Bravo.
What's the role of the second Red Bull car been since Daniel left? Be there to pick up the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Isack Hadjar in the RB picked up the podium when McLaren dropped one. That's him, and not even in the Red Bull. He's doing that job
in the sister team.
Yeah. He's taking up the mantle, and he's not even in the right car.
I really fear for him though. Like
it's hard to know what his future holds. I think he's best to leave Red Bull behind.
Yeah, like you almost want to change teams. Like go for a Ferrari or a Mercedes gig
anyway.
You know?
Red Bull.
Yeah,
it's danger.
It is
danger
it
written
is.
all over it.
And like they've lost so many personnel too, so they don't have all that history and experience that can kind of pull you in and like bring you up. Everyone's kind of
where he'll end up.
Lost.
He'll end up at Alpine. They love the French.
That's a good call.
Love the French.
Yeah, that's a good call because they've got a lot of issues in that. Let's call it second seat with
They've got a lot of issues in the first seat. They've got issues all over.
They do, but at least he's scoring points, right? The other seat's not doing jack shit. He's doing diddly squat.
Yeah. I mean, I think for his mental health, he'd be better off at Alpine. In Red Bull.
Yeah.
He must wake up every morning, or if helmet rings him, he's probably like, oh, no.
Yeah, he sees the
Do
call.
not disturb.
Is this the
I
day?
need to talk to my lawyer.
Yeah. Can I just stay at Racing Bulls for like 2 more years?
Yeah.
Yeah, no one wants that seat.
No.
So yeah, bravo to him. I'm stoked for the dude.
Yeah, truly.
You want to get into the categories?
Let's do it. Wait, I've got one more talking point.
Okay.
Real quick about Norris. What bugged me?
You love talking about Norris, don't you?
I just had one thing written down. Every single person was jumping to his defense of the whole commentary team.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly referring it to, is this the 2016 Malaysian, turning point of the championship?
Silver arrows, yeah.
That bugged me. I was like, have we not seen turning points throughout the year? We've seen Australia. Oscar drops.
Round
one, I don't give a shit, man. He loses 22 points straight out of the gun.
Mm-hmm. See, I think the biggest story there is, like, Oscar could have just parked it up and gone, fuck this, and whatever.
Well, yeah, but he stayed in the throttle and he got out and scored 2 points.
Like, that shows his level of determination and commitment.
But then is a turning point not when Norris fucked his own race in Canada? Why is it this is the turning point when something that had nothing to do with Norris takes him out of the race?
I don't know,
is the turning point not 3 times this year when Oscar has been fucked over by the team or the FIA? Like, why is the turning point now? Like, I get it's 18 points lost.
Yeah, but we're also getting to the pointy end of the season.
But a turning point is a turning point. Like, he could lose 25 points in round 1 or round 18. 25 points is 25 points lost. Lando's the one who had a 22-point lead over Oscar and has now found himself 34 points behind with all the help in the world.
Well, yeah.
So that was just frustrating. I didn't hear Karoon. I didn't hear every person who wanted to put in that 2 cents.
Yeah.
Just defend the fact that he's already lost the championship, and this is why.
Well, there's a couple of things I think you got to remember here. First of all, without Norris, there would be no championship battle. There's no one without Norris. There would be no championship battle. So they got to thread a narrative to keep people watching, right? If they're not building up over,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What do you mean? What is that one car? If it's just Oscar,
yeah,
like a one car team.
No, like if Norris wasn't doing the job that he's doing,
right.
And Oscar was 100 points. He was having a Max Verstappen year 2 years ago.
Which he should be.
Yeah. How many people are watching? How many people are switching off?
Yeah,
they have a job here to build these narratives and build them up and break them down and whatever.
We've talked all year about the manipulation.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, and I didn't even really click to this. I don't know why. Because I think we've only watched Formula One way forever. It's always been a British broadcast.
Through Sky.
Right?
Yeah.
But I forget, it's not until I watch other stuff that I'm like, if you're in the US...
broadcasters who have their own narratives.
If you're watching in the US, they have different commentators, they have a whole different thing. So I didn't even click that when we're harping on about British bias or whatever, a lot of the American viewers are probably thinking, what the fuck are they on about?
Americans are bad choice here because they don't have any drivers to...
No,
support.
But they don't even have that same Sky Sports commentary. They have a whole different set of commentators.
It's like Dutch, they've got theirs, and you can imagine they've only got one to go for, and he's pretty damn good. Like, the bias over there would be tremendous.
Naturally, and like we have our own bias, of course. But in Australia, we're at the mercy of the British broadcasting rights.
Yeah, no,
you
you
know,
are correct
if I had an option to watch it on F1 TV, which I think is the American version, you bet your ass I would be switching over.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand these commentators. I often want to watch it on mute.
Well, it sucks because I love Brundle and I love Crofty.
They're not
But
there
when
half
they
the
get,
time.
oh yeah, but when they do get on their Norris dick, it does get a bit tough. Yeah.
Can we move on now?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Can we get into the categories?
Yep.
All right.
I don't want to hear about Lando Norris again.
Where are you going to?
Okay. Not for me. Actually, yes, go. SESH.
See what I mean?
Ish.
Emails flooding in. Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
Yeah,
Cut him.
Yeah.
Cut his pay.
It's all right. Hold up. That's fine. Half the work.
All right. Final boss. Now, the way that the categories work is we elect or nominate who we think is most fitting for the category.
Sure.
And then we sort of debate who earned it more.
Yeah.
Now, final boss, probably safe to say that we both have Oscar Piastri.
I've had Oscar Piastri. Correct. Car 81. Yes, you're right.
It's because I looked at your notes before.
Yeah, I know. You're
No.
an absolute sicko.
Hey, can't help that I'm good at peeping. First career Grand Slam.
Yeah. They're hard to come by.
Norris doesn't even have one.
They are very hard to come by.
Yeah.
It's like the record. I don't even. I'm just having a guess here, bro. But I think it was very low. Like, what?
The record.
No, I mean, like, I think Hamilton might have a few now, but I think like when Schumacher had the record, it was like
it's
12.
not a crazy number. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you what's involved in a Grand Slam. How do you get one?
Well, you got to start on pole position. You got to lead every single lap. You got to get the fastest lap, and you got to win the race.
Well done.
Yeah.
You're an F1 purist,
Which-
clearly.
Yeah, it's hard to come by. I mean, how do you can easily lose a lap by a pit cycle.
Mhm.
Maybe you just accidentally stuff up lap one.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
like
yeah.
you can
Yeah,
do
you
everything
probably-
right, but you drop one lap, and there goes your entire Grand
That's probably
Slam.
the rate of difficulty there.
Yeah.
The pit
Or-
stop strategies.
Even the fastest lap. Well, you know, it's probably less hard to come by now because people aren't incentivized to just chuck a set of tires on and go for that fastest lap for the point.
Yep.
Or for the Daniel
But it
Ricciardo
has been in
send-off.
the past.
Yeah. So it's probably that fraction easier now because you just get the fastest lap ergonomically by being quick
Yeah.
on the right set of tires at the right time.
Yeah.
All that jazz. But yeah, no, he's the first Aussie since
Whoa. Don't go into that sort of territory yet.
All right.
We'll save that for later.
Yep, sorry. Apologies.
Mistake free, literally.
Let's just
And
say
that's-
Mark Webber
that's-
didn't get one.
yeah. Mistake free, which definitely goes hand in hand with Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Now owns the fastest lap record around Zandvoort as well.
Yeah.
So
And he's
that's
racked
cool.
a few of them up this year.
I love it. And yeah, as we mentioned, 34-point lead in the championship.
Yep.
So
9 wins in the career tally, equaling one Mark Webber.
what happened to Lando? Tough luck, but I think at the end of the day, Oscar can hold his head high that the win wasn't gifted to him. It wasn't.
that's right.
He wasn't in second place, and Lando's engine blew up, and
Yeah.
he sailed home for a win.
Yeah.
You know, we would have taken that personally, but he earned it. He got the pole
exactly.
position. He kept Lando behind him.
Yeah.
And he stayed on pace. Didn't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Earned the win.
I mean, it's
So,
like
You can't take that away from him.
Yeah, they were smart enough, at least the biased commentators were smart enough to say he's lost 18 points today.
Mhm.
They didn't go to the extremes of possibly 25. No, they were he lost 18 points today.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so that's final boss out of the way.
Yep.
Now
so we can agree, Oscar.
we can agree, Oscar.
cool,
So
cool.
well done, Oscar.
Yep, very nice.
Another award. He's
Round
just
of
racking up
applause.
accolades.
He's fantastic, isn't he? He's quality.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Okay, noob of the week. Who have you elected?
So I've got Yuki Tsunoda.
Okay, I've got him elsewhere.
Mhm.
So I'll just be upfront with that now. So, you know,
This often happens.
Mhm.
You can mix and mash.
so I've elected Kimi Antonelli here.
And I've got him elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay. So give me your reasons for why you think he deserves to be the noob of Zandvoort.
I think the biggest thing is he's in a Red Bull
Mhm.
and he didn't get points. In a race where 3 cars DNF'd, 3 top quality cars, 2 Ferraris and a McLaren.
Yep.
In a race where there was both Haas's got points, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think both Haas's got
ninth.
points.
Yep.
Both Aston Martins got points.
Yeah.
There was Williams up there.
Sounds awfully like you're stealing my point from last night. Is this how you go
Hey,
about
if
your
you want to
business?
step on,
Is this how you go about your business? I
No,
should have come on and gone.
but is
I
facts-
should have came on and gone. You know what? I called
Like, what do you want
Hamilton
me to say?
crashed.
Okay, what do you want me to say about why the Yuki's a noob? Because are they facts or are they not facts?
Yeah, they're facts. I mean, I put him in the AFK category, so I'll say that now, because you got Max who's in second, just doing Max.
But he
things.
wasn't AFK. We saw him. He got investigated.
No, but you may be taking it a little bit too literally. Whereas,
Right,
like,
well,
and if you want
there's
to,
many categories here that are negative that you could put a driver in for negative
Well-
results. AFK, I feel like you did not hear from the guy, good, bad, or otherwise.
yeah, but where I was going with this is because I put Kimi Antonelli in noob because
Right.
he did make a noob mistake. Like
Yeah.
he's literally
But he's been doing that ongoing for the last.
hence
8
he's
or
still
10
living up
rounds.
to the noob
Yeah,
title.
yeah, okay.
Yep. So the reason I put Yuki in AFK was basically for the point that you're stealing from me was you had all of these, let's call them B class or C class teams that made it into the top 10 and yet he still couldn't. And the only
Yeah.
real reason he got there was because of the late calamities between like Lawson and Sainz and
Yeah.
you know,
And then he ended up getting. They didn't
Yeah,
even
like,
show what
you had
happened, but he got investigated for crashing into Gasly, who ended up plumb last. It got dropped out of the points.
yeah.
I don't know what come of that or what the incident
didn't
was.
see
They
anything
didn't show it.
So you got
But
a
he,
race.
again, had an incident on track that got investigated.
Yeah, so you got a race where 3 of the most dominant cars are DNF'd. They're
Yeah.
out. That's a great opportunity to score some points.
Hmm.
Yes, he finished in 8th, but he really should have been in like 4th or 5th. Like this was
Yeah.
the race. If you were going to prove a point,
Especially when
this was the race. And that's why I think he was AFK because he still wasn't there to be seen where he should be.
Yeah, well,
Did I land the plane on that one?
no, it's hard. It's tough. This is a bit tough because we got similar drivers in the same sort of negative categories. But
Yeah.
I don't want to just blabble every category I've got. But once we get to AFK, I feel strongly that I'll take that out.
Okay, all right.
So I'll give to you, you noob. Give me. I mean, you're not wrong. He's a fucking noob for
Yeah.
that shit. Like, not
He's-
only was he understeering, you could hear the onboard. He was understeering, and he started to accelerate. You could hear him start to
mid-corner,
throttle
he
on
was getting back on it.
whilst he was still aiming directly at Charles's side pod. He was so committed to the cause, even though he was
Yeah.
understeering,
Yeah,
he still throttled on and just finished the job off. Like,
Well-
if he doesn't throttle there,
yeah.
he probably gets through.
Well, yeah, and he only just tapped him. Really,
Yeah, it wasn't smash into a side pod. It was he got his rear wheel, which probably doesn't happen if he doesn't accelerate.
Man, it whipped him round
Like-
too, eh? Just
I gave him mad props earlier in the year. I can't remember what race it was.
mad props.
Mad props, man. Because I can't remember what race it was, but in the pit lane, someone come out, they had a bit of a tangle,
Yeah.
and he could have slid into his guys. If he absolutely committed to
Yep.
boxing, he
I-
would have taken his crew out.
Yep.
But he had the presence of mind to know, no, we'll go fight another day.
Yep.
Basically do a drive-through, come back around pit again. Absolutely fuck his race, but for the safety of the team,
I recall.
I gave him mad props for like such a young guy to make that decision to be like, oh, this is not good. Like, I've just screwed my race by not still trying to force the point and get into my box.
Mhm.
This is the opposite of that. He's lost that. Like, this was, I'm making this move. Like, this was the one move of the race. I undercut you. You come out in front. This is the move. This is happening.
Yeah.
To the point where you're understeering. You know, as a race car driver, you're understeering. You know not to throttle on. He does it anyway. Takes them both out because the late safety car ends up nowhere.
Hence why I elected him noob of Zandvoort.
Okay.
Zandvoort.
Yep.
So we're in agreement?
Yep.
Oh, well done, Kimmy.
Yeah. For being a noob.
Yep. Okay. Buffed.
Mhm.
Who got buffed?
Isack Hadjar.
We agree. We agree.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you like that
sweet.
little...
I was like, are we going to have to fight this out again because you put him
Yeah.
in like sweaty tryhard or some
Yeah.
shit?
No, I put him in buffed as well.
Yeah. For reasons we've spoken about. He had a great race.
Yeah, I mean, he was so only one Red Bull didn't finish in the points, and that was Lawson. So that's kind of hilarious. I just wanted to slip that in there.
I'm happy with that.
But yeah,
Have you got Liam anywhere?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't usually like.
No.
I know you don't like hearing his name, so I usually try to keep him out.
So I'm just checking. I don't have him.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect time to talk about him because we're going to talk about Isaac. I watched some footage. I didn't. You probably seen it because
Hang
you
on,
watched
the post race.
the post race
Yeah,
stuff.
I did. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like we all drive cars on the road, right?
And I just need
How
to make sure I
many-
have some space here. I don't want to catch a.
Like we've all driven on the road and get into a situation where you know I could crash into this person and it's their fault. right?
Mm-hmm.
You go,
yeah.
I'd rather not get into an accident, have to deal with insurance and all that shit. So I'm
They're
just
at
gonna,
fault. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just not gonna
I
crash
see
into
where
it.
you're going.
Yeah, you put out in front of me, but I'll ease off. Like
Yeah.
even though I could T-bone you, bro, and it's your fucking fault.
Yeah,
So we get that.
but I don't want the
Survival
headache.
instinct,
Mhm.
headache.
Yeah.
Not Lawson. he essentially admitted he started out with
did.
he started out with yeah we were kind of both. It sucks for both teams. So straight away you're
Yeah.
saying racing incident straight away, right? And then you
Which
go,
worst case scenario, it should have been
it
a
should
racing
have been best case
incident.
scenario. Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
not Lawson's fault, it should
Yeah.
have been a racing incident.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then he goes with yeah, I don't agree with the rules. I don't agree with the way they're written, but the rules are the rules. I'm allowed to do what I did. But
Yeah.
you're saying you don't even agree with that as racecraft. Like
It had shades of Max Verstappen without the talent.
it's so shit, man. It's like, where is your survive another day instinct? Where is
Yeah.
your good move? Okay, yeah, by rights.
Well,
I'm allowed to fucking crash into you for some reason.
he was on
But
for a
I'm going
points
to
finish,
choose
right?
not to.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose to crash into you because I'm allowed to. Hey, I'm absolutely allowed to crash into you here, and for some reason it's your fault. So I'm going to choose to crash into you and ruin my race and your race. This is what I don't get. What racing driver makes that decision?
I'd say, I mean, I know what you're saying, and I agree 100%. But I blame the FIA. Like, I'm just as we were shocked that Sainz got that penalty. It was like,
I loved.
what could he have done?
I
I know that Lawson got a snap of
yeah, but he
understeer
pushed
and-
he pushed him right out there.
Yeah,
And on purpose. Clearly, by his post race, he
Mm-hmm.
essentially said that. Yeah, I did that on purpose because I'm allowed
before
to.
he started backtracking.
Yeah. But what I loved so much, because straight away I was blown up to you about it just doesn't make sense. Like all drivers have said for the last couple of years, the rules of engagement aren't
Yep.
right. They need to be changed, or they won't do it.
Yeah.
But you don't see drivers pushing the envelope to the point where they're crashing.
Mm.
Like, yeah, you can, like, whatever. But I love that the commentators, after he said, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And Crofty was like, it's one of the top 5 stupidest things I've ever heard. And I was like, whoa, like, we know they're biased, but they don't often allow it to get to the point where they essentially disagreeing with the stewards and the FIA.
Yeah, they're
Like
usually
that.
not that opinionated. Yeah.
So I was like,
Mm.
fantastic. I loved it.
So,
And apparently, Sainz, wanted to go see the stewards and they declined.
because they know they fucked up.
There's
They
something-
declined.
Something's wrong with that.
Yeah, they decline. You know I don't know
You're
if you
not
ever see
welcome.
the
You're not
FIA
welcome here.
sheets. You know, like the little
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
fine
yeah,
sheets.
Yeah, yeah.
At the
And
bottom,
what
it
rule
always
they broke in the breach. And
yeah, at the bottom it always says like we remind teams that you can appeal any decision. Blah blah. The FIA probably redacted that.
Yeah.
Shut the door. Sorry, we're closed for the weekend. See us next week. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh, that whole
Um,
incident just.
Anyway, that was well done to Isack Hadjar
Well done,
for his
Isack
third
Hadjar.
place.
Yep.
His first podium, his
Yep.
first career podium.
Yep.
There was 5 drivers that have scored podiums in their rookie season. Now I can't remember all 5, but Max, Lewis.
Not Max. I very much doubt Max.
Okay, I wish I'd paid more attention.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of the 5 was Lance Stroll, and I was like, that immediately nullifies that whole record for me.
Yeah.
It's like this record now means nothing.
Yeah, you are right. It's a I can't think of the word. It's something, but it's wrong. Only 5. I'm actually surprised it's only 5. I mean, you got the first one in 1950, naturally, and then you've got Hamilton, and then you've got Stroll, and then you've got Hadjar. So, like, who's the other one? I'm just going to claim it was Senna, right?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you're the one who did the half-ass fact check here.
Yeah. Okay. So nerfed. Who got nerfed?
So this is where
might get
this is
heated.
where I put Kimi.
Okay. See, I don't see that as him being nerfed. I see that as him making a stupid dunderhead mistake, not being nerfed out of
Okay, but
circumstances outside of his control.
What about his pit lane drive-through, pit lane speeding penalty?
Well, again, that's a mistake. That's not him being
Okay.
nerfed.
Yeah, okay. Who's who you got? I don't have much repeat for that.
I was expecting more of a fight from you here, but
Well, who you got?
Lando Norris.
Mhm.
This is where
Because it's out of his control.
Yeah, I mean, he still raced a good race. He was on to only lose 7 points, and then the
lost
engine
a
blew
spot
up.
off the
It was
start.
outside of his control. It was
Lost the spot
literally
at the start.
yeah, but he got it back.
Okay.
See, I mean, you're giving me a bit of a fight that I was looking for, but unfortunately, you picked a stupid.
Oh man,
reason.
I wasn't in a good headspace riding this. I don't even know why I'm here. Yeah, no, he
What are you telling our listeners right now? Sign off and go to a different
no,
F1
that's all
podcast.
right. I mean, stick around. You got some good points. No, I don't know. It's I feel like between noob and nerfed, like you can get into the nitty gritty of the definition. I suppose you just did, which I'll go on board with. So.
Yeah, well, I think like noob is you're making a rookie mistake. You're a novice.
Yeah.
Nerfed, something outside of your control has literally disadvantaged you. And
fair game.
engine failure, no one likes to see it. I mean, like I said, we might have been running laps. I might have ripped my shirt off and ran
If there was a
laps
camera,
around the
I
house
was jumping.
naked.
I was jumping. I was doing the
But at the end of the day, it could just as easily have been Oscar, and it still can be. There's still 9 races to go, so I think bad luck. But I will commend him for how he was handling himself. He didn't fall into that kind of typical self-depreciating Lando Norris.
I did hear his radio when it was failing, and he was like, "We're out, boys," or whatever. And I was like, "Well, that's a surprise to hear from him."
He handled it like, I don't know. It's almost like he knows it's outside of his control. It's outside of the team's control.
It's like he enjoys defeat. We said the same thing after he crashed in Canada. We quite enjoyed how he handled it himself. Took the ownership.
He's the saddest.
Yeah, he's actually quite like, all right.
Yeah,
like it's almost like the pressure is getting to him to the point where if it fails out of his control, he's like, well, this is
at
why.
least he doesn't have to.
He's got
an excuse
coming out the barrel. Like, well, this is why it didn't start working out for me.
Yeah, possibly. That could be it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. His demeanor has definitely changed over the last few months, and it almost does seem like he's like there was one comment he did say where he understood that he has been quite lucky on a number of occasions, so he probably was due for it to go the other way. So almost like he was expecting it at some point to happen.
Like I feel like you could argue, like I definitely would, that Oscar's lost 21 points at least between losing first place
so it's
positions,
very much leveled out,
and then Lando's lost 18 now. So I feel like we're just back to where we should have been without the manipulation we've discussed many times.
I mean, the clearest example you could give is when in history has anyone ever been given 10 seconds for the safety car breach?
Yeah,
like you're saying all weekend about some of the shit people were doing, and they were getting 5 seconds for it.
Yeah.
And then you kind of go back to that, and you're like, okay, nobody crashed, nobody got damaged.
Yeah.
It was all like fine.
Well, this is when
if it was a 5 second, you would have been like, all right, not great, we can live with that. But 10 seconds was literally we were taking you out of the lead, buddy.
I mean, that was exactly what happened yesterday. Look at Kimi. He crashes into Leclerc, takes him completely out of the race.
Yeah.
And before he sped pit lane and before the last safety car, he was 9 seconds ahead of the next car. He was going to finish 6th. So he effectively did the overtake. He got the position, and he's going to keep it due to that result. How is that fair when Oscar applies 25 PSI too much brake pressure and then loses the lead of the Grand Prix because of that?
And hands the win straight to his
teammate,
his
who's
biggest competitor.
This is why it's like, and we said it at the time as well, Max turning his car into a war machine, intentionally crashed into another car in the last lap.
Yeah.
How was that the same penalty for what Oscar did?
And this is just highlighting, again, some of the bad luck that Piastri has had to suffer. And so that, it sucks for Lando, but it's like, we're even. We're even now, you know? Yeah. So far I'm going great. I'm 3 for 3. So
maybe.
Step up your game here, buddy.
4 for 4 if you count the Oscar.
Wait. We're up to 4? 1, 2,
No, we're up to
3.
Sweaty.
Okay.
Sweat.
Who do you nominate as the sweaty tryhard?
Lando Norris's engineer. I forget his name. I couldn't be bothered looking up to this time.
Tom.
I think it's like Will Joseph or something.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of Oscar's. Yep.
Pretty much. I mean, you said you watched a lot of the like the practice stuff and how much they were coaching him throughout the race. But even throughout practice, but even through the race, again, we heard him just constantly telling him about strategy options and intentionally trying to. He said earlier on, like something about we need to go and get Oscar. But then later in the race, all of a sudden he's referring to as the car ahead. The way he would refer to Oscar.
Okay.
But anyway, it's more. We've already spoken about it. It's more in line with the fact that he's just constantly trying to do anything to undermine the other car in McLaren. constantly doing whatever he can to get Lando. And I get it; it's your engineer; it's what you're meant to do. But tell me one time we've heard from Oscar's engineer. This is what I just don't understand. Like,
He's sweating.
how? But like, seriously, when do we hear from Oscar's engineer?
Yeah,
Especially, it's constant with Lando's
only
engineer.
time-
You need to go and do this. You need to go and do that. You need to go drive. Like, all right, you need to go race him on track. Like, it's constant. Here's how you beat Oscar.
All right. Well, first of all, your sweaty try hard nominee is shit. So I'll take the win on this one as well once I announce it. But just on that point, real quick, FP1 or FP2, there was a radio message to Lando, and it was something along the lines of Oscar's finding 300ths of a second on you in this corner, taking this line. You need to adjust. And I thought, wow, that is early in the weekend for that sort of a call. And it's not a race. Like, they are literally studying Oscar's data and feeding that to Lando. And everyone does that.
They do it. They normally do it post session.
Yeah. Why are we hearing this over the radio? Like, why bro's in the cockpit? You never hear that from Oscar. The only radio we ever hear from Oscar is class one rain due in 10 minutes. And you're like,
and literally, how are the tires? Cool.
Don't know what that means.
Yeah, gibberish. All right, well, here's your sweaty try hard.
My sweaty try hard. Now, I
hope you blow me away.
You do like to be blown. So,
well, who doesn't? Who among us doesn't?
I initially wrote down Verstappen, but I always write down Verstappen for sweaty try hard. So, I made a last minute adjustment, and I'm going to give this to Alex Albon.
Are we going to have this discussion again?
I love talking about Williams.
Yes. But what's sweaty? This is what he's been doing all year. This is where they are now.
Yeah, but we're talking about this race. And this race, he went from 15th to 5th.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Exactly. So,
it's a good effort.
Outside of like
15th to 5th, I mean, 2 Ferraris had to retire. McLaren had to retire. His teammate had to get into a battle. The other RB also had to get into that battle as well. Kimi Antonelli had to fuck shit up and get taken out of the race. So that's 6 drivers in front of him that got nullified. But yeah, good job.
But there was, hang on, let me quickly, 5, 10, there was like 13 drivers who didn't. 13? 12.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the 6 in front of him.
12 drivers that he outperformed in those same circumstances.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the 6 drivers in front of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gained maybe 3 or 4 spots.
And he avoided all that carnage, stayed a nice, clean, consistent race.
So you're saying him qualifying 15th avoids carnage, but Charles qualifying 6th is way out of position, and that's why he got fucking turned around. Just out of curiosity.
Probably for a Ferrari, yeah.
And that's why he got turned around for qualifying 6th, but 15th is safe.
Well, I mean, if he qualified like 3rd, he's not down in the muck.
15th's not 15th's not in the muck.
15th is where I'd expect to see a Williams in recent history.
Right, okay.
You know, and it was really came out of it really came from what I can tell, the team screwed up the qualifying strategy, so he didn't really
he's always complaining on I don't just sign off when he's complaining.
Yeah.
Why do you guys always do this to me? Do what, bro? Send you out? Like, what's the problem?
Yeah. Either way, you're telling me that you're not impressed that he's 5th at Zandvoort.
Yeah, good job. Good job coming from 15th, but I expect to see him top 7.
So what do you want me to award it to?
You're right. You're good. You're good to go with. You're good to go. You're good to go. I'm just saying. I think that is impressive. But again, you take out the 6 drivers who just got out of his way, like he's got his reds and blues on.
Yeah.
And then probably got smelt from the strat, because when you qualify that low, you always do to get into that position. So good on him.
Okay, so well done to.
He couldn't pass a buckled ass George Russell, but whatever. Whatever.
Okay. Let's move on to the next category.
Yeah, which is
your trash, bro.
Alpine.
Yep.
Absolute shocker. Again, we've spoken about it. These are the races you need to pick up the pieces. 0 cars in the points. Just a shocker. I don't expect much from them.
See, I guess I could flip that back on you and go, that's what Alpine have been doing all year.
Yeah, they still remain trash.
Yeah.
They are still trash.
Yeah, they are. I wouldn't want to be in that Alpine team. And I heard.
And to be fair, they were running in the points and then fucked it up anyway.
I heard something that Flavio gave Colapinto like a wraparound for his performance.
A reach around, you mean?
No, you wish.
Or maybe, oh no, it was Colapinto go Flavio Ridge around. That's why he still got a seat. That's what it was.
That's where I'm getting confused. That is what it was. Yeah.
But
You're making me.
Speaking of Flavio,
lose my train of thought here. You're putting all sorts of images in my head.
Yeah, I know. Bet he's a hairy motherfucker too. them fruits, coconuts.
Do you think he looks funky in those sunnies?
Yeah, he has been wearing the same sunnies for 20 years. Like, he needs to realise what era he's in.
Yeah.
He's not Fernando Alonso. Like, you see his era's changed.
Oh,
you look back at that, the long...
We're getting fully off track here right now. But, yeah, anytime I see Fernando in the bullpen, the media bullpen, and he's always got the shades on, I'm like... Yeah. Bro, he thinks he's like
Tom Cruise. He thinks he's Sonny Hayes.
Yeah.
But you look at the old photos of him in the Renault days in 03, and he's got the short cargo pants, he's got the speed dealers, he's got just like a polo. It's like, well, man, he's been in Formula 1 this long.
44. Anyway. To get to my nominee, Lewis Hamilton. This is where I've got him.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you haven't
I haven't got him anywhere.
Got him anywhere?
At all.
But crashed. So
he did. You're all right.
Not great.
Spun twice through the
recommend
practice sessions and then
crashing's not usually good for your season.
Yeah.
It's not good for your race either.
Speaking of that crash, back to my Will Joseph point.
Yep.
Norris fucking feeding Will Joseph about why did you not tell me that information? Like, he's not the driver on the track who knows better than Will Joseph about how wet the track is.
Are you done?
Are you like, come on?
Do you feel better now?
Come on, man.
Do you feel better now?
Come on, man. Did the other 19 drivers blast their engineers? Why did you not tell me what the track conditions are like?
You just
literally Why did you not tell me it's raining out here?
You literally just said Albon blasted Williams for a bad strategy.
No, for qualifying. After got bounced out of Q1 or Q2. It's always the same thing. What did you do? But Norris is blasting his engineer for why didn't you tell me effectively that the paint after rain might be slippery?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, fair. Like, I mean, he probably is going, didn't realise that was one of my responsibilities.
I thought the driver on track had way more of an idea of what was going on because, A, you're a fucking driver, paid professional millionaire for it, and also you're out there in the conditions. Come on, man. And it sounds like he had a pretty good idea. I mean, he cracked the code on his own. Hey, did he by chance hit the paint and it was a bit wet? Yes. Oh, why didn't you tell me? I can get off it. Anyway. Yeah, nice. Good job with your trash brands.
Well, I haven't even got there.
Okay.
We're listening to your Will Joseph story. Have you got it out of your system?
Yeah, we're good. Lewis Hamilton. We know why he's trash.
Now, I don't know if you know this. He got a 5-place grid penalty for speeding.
Under yellows,
yeah. Which carries over to Monza now. So now, not only has he ruined this race, he's now... I wouldn't say ruined his next race, but he's definitely severely hampered.
If he's qualifying like 10th these days.
And like everybody, if you've watched Formula 1 for 5 minutes, everybody knows all Ferrari give a shit about is winning Monza and probably Monaco to
this
some
could
degree.
Redeem his entire season. If he was to come to Monza and win, he'd be back on cloud 9.
You would class his season as a success.
Yeah, re-release the Godfather images.
Yeah. Ferrari would go, you know what? We're not paying that man enough.
Yeah.
Give him another 20 mil.
Here's a lifetime contract, 50% stake in Ferrari. But no.
Yeah. So
not happening.
I've got him in your trash, bro, because crash, but now the penalty is going to hamper next weekend for him. So double whammy.
So again, I just want to say, so you said to me when I started this off picking Alpine, like they haven't been shit all year. Hamilton's been shit all year.
He's been mediocre.
He's been shit all year.
Yeah.
And he's been extra shit. Extra shit, potentially. You add 10 degrees of shit.
So who are we awarding it to? Who do you think deserves to be more trash?
You know, you're on a hot streak. We'll say Hamilton. I guess I do expect more from a 7-time world champion. Than from a bunch of fucking Renaults.
Bunch of nobodies.
Yeah.
Hard luck trophy. Now, there's a lot of contenders here. I really had to...
It was a pretty tough... anyway, I'll give mine to Charles Leclerc.
Well done, me too.
Okay.
See?
I thought you might have already had him somewhere.
You're coming back.
We were due for a bit of a brouhaha.
Yeah.
Charles Leclerc. He
I actually thought you might award it to Sainz because you hate Lawson.
I should have. You are correct. I should have, but I didn't. Yeah. No, he got taken out. It's pretty much the gist of it.
Pulls out the best move in the race only just to
forgot about that.
Everything get undone. So
that move was epic stuff.
Just It's the Ferrari experience, you know?
Yeah. Again,
Yeah.
I don't know why they pitted him. He doesn't know why they pitted him.
Yeah.
We don't get enough radio these days. Like, did they tell him? Did they have a pre-chat? What we got before was Hamilton's like, I want to pit. Yep, cool. Yeah, Charles pit. And then Hamilton immediately crashes.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Maybe he did it intentionally. Maybe he was like, doesn't matter what I fucking do.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck these guys, I'm out.
What we didn't get was, did they have a chat, or they just like, yeah, box, and then he boxed in, he gets crashed into, and then he hits him with the my tires are fine.
There is a website that does upload the full transcripts of every driver.
Sounds cool, but
yeah, I mean, I don't know who's digging into that sort of stuff, but somebody out there is, and maybe you should be that guy.
Someone is, someone probably started that thinking they were going to enforce the swearing rules, and they were like, I've got everyone's nuts right now.
Yeah,
I can release the tapes.
Either that, or they're like, I got $1 million idea,
Yeah.
and then no one's like, bro, I don't want to read all those radio messages.
Yeah. How much of this is gibberish? What's class 1 rain?
I've seen it. It is literally like gibberish.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Which is probably why they don't show much. Anyway. AFK.
All right. So mine
Who
is.
are you nominating?
So as we discussed prior.
Yep. So you already know who I've nominated. I'm nominated Yuki.
Yeah. Nominee. Yeah. No, it's so I've given it to Esteban because again I feel of AFK, good, bad, or otherwise, you don't hear, see, feel, smell at all of this person, and I feel like that was his race, and he got a point. He come back to P10.
Yeah. Accidentally got a point.
As did most drivers.
Yeah.
He scored points. Yeah. No, there was no whispers. Like I know for one point they were like, oh, they haven't pitted, and they were just holding the whole pack up between him and Behrman. But like that was it. And then he just come through and gets a point with Haas, and I think Behrman got some points as well. So I do think it was a double Haas attack.
Yeah, look, fair. I mean, I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah,
I didn't know he finished in the points. Good for him, I guess.
So all these, you know exactly where Yuki finished. You know exactly the events that led him there.
Yeah, because I was like, what happened to Yuki? Why isn't he in 4th?
And then you remembered his name's Yuki.
Yeah. That's so then that's why I put him there. But yeah, I mean it's even funnier when Behrman started in 18th and finished 6th. Yeah. Like it's just it's hilarious.
Strategy. The safety car come at the perfect time for them. And that's why I think, like, I don't remember how the race unfolded, but Albon must have benefited from that safety car period as well to jump that many cars like that in a similar way.
All right, well, I'm happy to give it to you guy, Esteban.
Give me the win.
Yeah.
Give me the win.
Side quest.
All right.
Now, side quest is
bit of an update.
Yeah, pretty much pick up any interesting headlines, any news stories that have come out over the race weekend or the past week. So what have you got? What do you got for me this week?
So mine's a bit of a double banger.
Wow, 2
It's a headline about a headline.
Yeah, okay.
Alex Paolo to Red Bull Racing deemed clickbait by Chip Ganassi.
Just repeat that because there was a lot of stuff I did
Alex Paolo, Indy driver.
Okay,
I actually
right.
believe we might have discussed this a tiny bit off camera.
I don't recall.
You said something about an Indy driver.
Did I?
At some point. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I never saw the initial report. Yeah. This report was reporting clickbait about the report. Alex Paolo to Red Bull Racing deemed clickbait by Chip Ganassi, who owns the IndyCar team, I'm guessing.
Wow, that is lazy journalism, eh?
Yeah,
we're not going to report on the alleged story. We're just going to report on the alleged...
clickbait.
The clickbait nature of the alleged story.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
All right, so mine, pretty obvious one. Cadillac finally revealed their driver pairing for next year.
Yep.
How do you feel?
Significant lack of Daniel Ricciardo.
That's not surprising.
No, but I think that, for me, surprised, not sad, am. That was his last, if you're going to hold a sliver of hope, that's been it for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Cadillac's coming, and
honestly, I wasn't.
I refuse to let my dreams die.
He was not on my radar at all.
I refuse to let my dreams die. They are now dead. I will now concede that Daniel Ricciardo is not coming back.
Okay, so you can put that to bed finally. Oh, well, I'm glad you can rest easy.
Well,
how do you feel about going for 2 old dogs?
You think I'm going for that shit? You think I'm going for that shit?
Well, so what are you saying? That's not a great signing?
What are they hoping to achieve?
Well, that's my question.
Oh, they said, am I going to be going for him?
No,
Something
no,
like that.
I don't. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
no,
You're
the answer is
gonna
no.
throw away
I
your Oscar
wish-
Piastri jersey and pick up a Sergio Perez Cadillac jersey. Yeah.
Man, do you think I can afford Formula One merch? Oh boy, you got
that's
another
true.
thing coming.
No, what I'm saying is, do you think they've made a good signing pairing?
It's probably pretty
Or-
smart, to be fair. I mean, a lot of teams will come in and just try and get someone young and hot, but they don't know anything about the sport. They don't know anything about the car and the way so they should drive. I mean, the interesting thing is both these drivers haven't, and no one's going to have driven the new generation car, so effectively you almost might as well have thrown a fucking rookie in there
true.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like throw a Hadjar the
Yep.
keys, but it's a safe pair of hands.
Yeah.
It's cool to see Bottas back. Serge, sorry, I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, I think Bottas is a good signing.
It just reminds me
I
of
think-
Haas having Hulkenberg and Magnussen.
Okay,
Like, it's just
yeah.
two old guys
Yeah.
rounding out their careers at twilight years.
I mean, at least they're both GP winners, whereas those guys were
Yeah.
GP losers.
They're both sad number twos. It's
yeah.
the reject team.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go for Cadillac. GM, cool, honestly. I'd like if they actually did something and maybe had a good... Like, if Daniel Ricciardo's in that team, get me a jersey.
I don't like the Sergio signing either. I think Valtteri is a good pickup, but I think Sergio is a bit of a strange one. I mean, I know that the Red Bull car was already kind of in a bit of disorder towards the last year of his career.
Yeah.
So how much of it was car? How much was him? But he's pretty up there in age. Like, surely one old dude with experience is enough to develop the car and steer in the right direction.
Yeah.
And then pick up a young shit hot
I mean, like, I don't know
Hadjar or whoever it might be,
Yeah.
someone that you can then build something with for
Like, I don't
several
know
years.
Like, clearly, Serge comes with money. He comes with all of Mexico
It's true.
and all of their wealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a bonus.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Bottas comes with. They must actually have picked him up based on his skill, which is nice.
Which I think is totally deserved. Yeah.
I mean, he's still... I mean, he wasn't racing this year. He would have only done 11 years. It's like he's still
He's got
still
some
got
juice in the tank.
4
Yeah.
or 5 years left in the tank if he so chooses.
Hmm.
So he's probably at that point in time where you see him bounce back. He had a couple of down years after the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Let him see what he can do.
Easter egg, final category.
Mhm.
All right. So this basically the best stat or fact that you came across over the race week or the weekend. Now, do you want me to give you mine first, or you want to go
You
first?
go right ahead.
You want me to go first? All right. That's very courteous of you.
Okay,
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
You wouldn't believe it.
No, I wouldn't. All right. So Piastri is the first Australian since Jack Brabham to take a Grand Slam.
What year?
Belgium, 1960.
Christ.
Um,
You seem unsure.
hang on. Yeah, I've got two dates here.
I think I read the same stat. Is it
Yeah.
60 and 62? You did it twice?
Great Britain, 1966. So
Oh,
it must have
jeez.
done.
Must have
Yeah, must have done twice. Also, the first McLaren driver to do it since Mika Hakkinen at the '98 Monaco Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So that was when
I mean, what an easy track to do it on.
yeah.
way.
Well, that's true. That one's not as impressive as the Australian one. I think the Australian record there that he's broken shows how open Australian motorsport is for someone like him to come up and clean up.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been dominated. Like, the sport has not been dominated by an Aussie, not
No.
for a long, long time. So
Yeah, we got we got 4 world championships, but
Yeah.
very, very, very different time.
yeah, so he's already got 7 wins in a season, and that could get into the double figures. He's equal with Mark Webber. He's past Daniel Ricciardo. So it's like he could break every Australian record here.
Yeah.
Like, if his career continues on this trajectory.
Well,
And
he'd be
it's-
very close to it
Mm.
already. Like, not
Mm.
far off the most amount of wins. I mean, he's got a couple of championships to rack up to get to that peak.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
that cements you in the record books right there for decades at least. you
Yeah.
know? So
and he's winning it in the hardest time to do it.
Mm.
The most amount of races, the most amount of competition.
Yep.
The closeness.
last year of the regs, so
Yeah.
the field is like more compressed than it ever is.
Yeah, like we've only seen, like you said, they'll probably like 4 tenths a lap quicker here.
Mm.
But like for most of the year, they've been only 10th and a half, maybe. But that's like you're doing the lap.
Yeah.
That's
So
not easy strolling.
the second part of that one, the McLaren stat. When I first read it, I thought, could be right. Like, surely Lando has done that. So I did some research, and no, Lando hasn't done that.
Well, just as you were chatting there, I was half listening to you and half thinking about Monaco this year.
Mm.
Well, what went wrong? Because he got the pole, he got the fastest lap, he won. What lap did he drop?
Maybe whatever lap he pitted. Maybe
It must have been-
Oscar didn't pit that same lap and led that one lap, and that was enough to be
must
like
have been
no
pit cycle.
Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So I mean, it goes back to your point of how hard it is to get a Grand Slam. But yeah, it kind of made me chuckle because I was like, all right, so Oscar beat Lando to a Grand Slam, and that's not the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
But then you had Danny Rick who beat Lando to a race win as well.
Yeah.
So he must be
Oscar's-
sick of the Aussies. He
Oscar's
must be
going to
like,
beat Lando to a championship.
well, yeah, he's hoping, but he must be like, get these goddamn Australians away from me.
They're wrecking my nut.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What's
So
yours?
mine is, not as cool, but P2 for Max.
Not with that energy and attitude.
Well, we're just talking
Sell
about
it to me.
We're just talking about a fantastic
Yeah.
achievement from an Australian.
Yeah.
Max's podium ends his longest streak of non-podium finishes since 2018. 4.
That's a long streak.
4. He
Yeah.
had 4 non-podium finishes,
That was it.
And-
And that was
and that's the first time he's done that
Yeah.
in 8 years or something.
wow.
Like that's
He's unbelievable. He's a beast.
his podium count must
Yeah.
just be astronomical.
Yeah.
It must be very high.
He must be racking them up.
So I thought that was interesting. Whatever.
Well done. Bravo.
Yeah, good shit.
Sunday session.
Sunday sesh. All right, this
Let's
one's pretty
take us
easy.
home.
So I'll ask you a question. Something that happened on this day. If you get it right, you are a Formula One purist. If you get it wrong, you're a Drive to Survive fanboy.
Mhm.
Your lead is dwindling. It has dwindled.
Yeah, no, I've been on a run of misses.
My manipulation is working.
Clearly,
My manipulation of the results to get the box bashes ahead.
it's funny because I've said the right answers
You
on
really
a
have.
number
You could
of
have
occasions,
and you
but
just steer
then-
away.
Yeah. So I'll go off my gut feeling on this one.
Let's see if you get one. The 1980 Dutch Grand Prix was run. The race was won by a Brabham Ford. Who was the driver?
I wouldn't even know
Have a
where to
stab. I'll
start.
give you some hinties here. Some
Have a s-
hintaroos.
Have a stab. 1980 Brabham. I don't even know who really raced for Brabham,
Me neither.
especially then. So
Especially then.
give me your first hint. I don't even know where to start.
He's a Brazilian race car driver.
It's not the obvious one, I assume.
Who's that?
Senna.
He wasn't even racing. So I'm going to go with no.
When did he come in?
84.
Mid 80s. Yep. I can't think of anyone that I know from.
There's a
early
lot of
80s,
Brazilian racing
so-
drivers and fans that might be offended that Senna is just naturally the obvious one.
Well, he's the most iconic. He's one of the most iconic in the sport,
is,
not
but-
in just Brazil.
I wonder if Brazil, they must have, I reckon, per race driver, they probably have the most success.
They do breed
I
good
can't
drivers
think of
there,
many
don't they?
Brazilians that haven't been in a top class car or like worthy of it,
Yeah, they do breed good drivers there.
Mm.
Yep. Second hint.
He's a 3-time champ,
3-time champ.
not necessarily to 1980, but as of now.
Okay. There's a
He's living. He's a living man. That's a free hint for you.
Brazilian.
Got another hint lined up here. This one's a slight giveaway. If you,
I might need it.
he named his son after himself, who also went on to race in Formula One.
Oh God.
Oh man, Box Bash, as they're screaming at the screen right now. They're irking for that point.
Brazilian, whose son then came in after, and they'll name the same thing.
Yep.
And he would have been in the early 2000s.
Hang on. I'll give you a free extra hint if you want it.
Yeah, I might need it.
Crashgate.
Okay. Why can't I remember anyone's name today?
This is really hurting you.
I'm really bad with names.
This is
Names,
hurting you.
names is my weakness.
I'll give you one extra hint, but not till you've settled that you've lost. I'll give you the giveaway hint
Okay.
after you've decided you've lost.
I'm really. I can I know it's going to be obvious. I know. I'll know who it is. I just can't.
We've talked about him a couple of times and his nationality on the pod.
I'm trying to.
Tick is clocking. Shut the
Okay.
fuck- Sorry. The Spotify listeners, they're tuning the radio. Something happened.
Yeah.
Have we lost them?
Dude, I can't think of any names.
Yep. This is rough.
Yeah, no, I can't. Give me the little free hint, whatever it is.
But this, if you get this, she will.
Yeah, because
It doesn't count.
Is it Maldonado?
What? Oh, the kid? No. It's a someone junior.
Well, yeah, okay.
Well, Maldonado's not a junior.
No, I really can't think of a name. Yeah.
Max Verstappen's father-in-law.
I don't know why. I don't see him as Brazilian. I don't know what
the discussion we had last time.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the same thing has caught me out where, what's funny?
What's his name?
Nelson PK.
Okay, cool.
The first...
Chris, that's a point to the Box Bashers still.
The first name that popped in my head was Nelson PK. And my second thought
so
was...
he's done it again.
But he's not Brazilian.
Yeah. We had this exact same discussion.
Why.
Fantastic.
I always think he's like Spanish or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What
That's
it
so
is.
good. So you can't even blame me for manipulation. This was just...
That's fair enough.
You just crashed up the arse of another driver and burnt yourself to pieces for no reason.
Did the Lando Norris.
That's right. Does it shall forth be known?
Yeah. Zandvoort done and dusted.
Mm-hmm.
Great track. If it is gone, that's a real shame.
I gotta say, it's got to be one of the best races of the year.
I think it's the
as
best
far
race
as
of the year.
entertainment.
Yeah.
You know,
I think of this season, so
score
far,
of
it's been
1
the
to
best
10,
race.
how easy it was to stay awake. 9. Very easy to stay awake.
Yeah.
Entertainment value high.
We need to do these earlier so I can think better.
Struggling old man.
Yeah. It's getting late, We're back-to-back late nights. This is the life of an F1 podcast.
that's right.
It's rough,
Yeah, we'll be back next week for Monza. Same start time.
I am so keen. And Monza's not even typically the most exciting
Thrilling.
race.
Mm.
Yeah, but
You get
just
the
hoping,
odd good one every now and then.
yeah, just hoping we see Oscar carry some momentum forward.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just get the feeling that we might be on for a cheeky Max Verstappen win.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, they do, like you said earlier, they do love to trim the wing off and just send it.
Big straights and long, flowy corners. So, yeah, we might see him back on the top spot. That'd be something.
Maybe. I think they'll be in for a bit more of a shock.
Yeah.
The McLarens. So.
All right.
See what happens when we get there.
Time for you to get the fuck out of my house.
Oh, couldn't have come soon.
GG's.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.